You guys had like the no mentality, weren't afraid to be honest, like, hey, that looks like it just needs to be changed. It's like, cool, love that. That's what we need. It's generating us heaps of leads, which is amazing.
Cool. So, introduce yourself in the business.
Me to do it or you?
Hi, we're Sam and Brooke, Curv Electrical. We're based in Adelaide, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, cool. What problem did you have that made you want to reach out?
We were pretty much a brand new startup business, trying to use different platforms like High Pages to try and pay for leads. And obviously, we learned very quickly that word of mouth wasn't going to help us. So I guess we wanted to start exploring how else we could start to get leads without necessarily having to pay for each individual one. And I think Sam came across Brandon's ads. What
I
stood
was
out for
I
you?
was searching for a marketing company originally, and then um, I think I actually found with you before his ads popped up. But as soon as I found him, it was just it
Yep.
populated everything. It was
Yep.
ridiculous. So obviously, and then I was like, well, his ad pops up. That is a good measure of like this actually works, and he knows what he's doing. And then I like his no bullshit approach, and he highlights the point of just teaching you the skill set instead of
Getting
just doing
someone
it
else
for
to
you.
do
Because I
it.
hate the
Yeah.
idea of someone else having control over all of it. I
Yep.
think as a business owner, you want to be able to control, you want to
No,
be able to
yeah.
leverage it as much as you
No one
can.
knows your business as well as you do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I preach to everyone as well. So it's good to
mm.
get that feedback. What hesitation did you have before buying, and what gave you the lie in the end?
I think I don't know about for Sam, but for me, we were a brand new business, like, no savings in the account, no nothing. We were starting from scratch. So for me, I was so hesitant to be like, oh my God, we're locking into this contract. I have no idea if it's going to work. I don't really understand it because he'd done all the
I did
back
all the
end.
research. I already decided that I wanted you guys before we did the call. So
Yeah. Cool.
it was easy. It was an easy decision for me.
You didn't have any hesitations?
No, I researched a bunch of marketing companies
Yeah.
before we chose you guys.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. And what changed? What results did you get, especially in the early stages? And I know you've been with us for what, about 4 or 5 months now.
Yeah, 5 months. Yeah, this is our 6 month now.
Yep.
Um,
I think for us, it was definitely because there's a big split between the marketing and sales. We felt like like we had leads coming in, but we weren't doing as much with them as we were hoping to. And then having Pete, you linking us with that contact,
Yep.
that is when we really saw the growth and potential of like how much you could actually get out of a qualified lead, essentially. So
I think
it
from
was a lot better because obviously if you're paying for the lead, it's like you're already on the back burner and you're already having to kind of,
Yeah, I think
yeah,
from my perspective, because I did, like, we started initially looking at everything together, and then Sam kind of worked out that it was more my forte than his forte, because obviously he's on the tools. So I guess from my background of working with you guys, like, it really helped to understand, I guess, not only how to make ads, how to like get them to actually show up properly, or even like a landing page. I'd never heard of a landing page before all of this stuff. So, how to create one, how to make it more appealing. I have maybe used Brandon AI a couple of times to get some quick feedback on the landing pages. Super quick, super convenient.
Awesome.
Um, so, and I guess once I started to get comfortable with some things, I started to like specialize in different, creating some different landing pages to make it more personalized for different things. So Sam really loves doing range hoods at the moment, is working with some close people here in Adelaide. So I created a landing page for that a couple of weeks ago, and it's starting to pick up over just our generic one, which is really cool. And
yeah.
yeah, we're getting more leads. And to be honest, our budget is still only $50 a day. So
Yeah, cool. And that's keeping you busy because I know you posted a win maybe a month or two ago where you were fully booked out from ads. Yeah,
Mm.
which is
Yeah,
super
that
cool.
was the first time we saw that was still only $50 then. And
yeah,
yeah, it was just crazy to see what you could really do with like obviously, yeah, paid ads, they're coming to you. It's just a
so
easier
much
lead.
better.
It's so much easier than paying for them. And then like obviously you're still paying for it, but it's just a completely different funnel, I
Yeah.
guess. Like yeah, so I don't know, it's been eye-opening for sure. I thought it was always going to be because you look up all like the maintenance local trade companies and they're all on Google. So it makes the most sense. But
Hmm.
Yeah, cool. And correct me if I'm wrong, you're looking at hiring another staff member now as well and building out the team, is that
Uh,
right?
we'd
we
love
are.
to, but
Yep.
we've only just found an accountant that's actually helping us to grow the business. So it's
Yep.
probably realistically going to be more of a next year decision.
We've
Um,
had a couple of weeks that were a bit like, fuck, how are we going to get through this workload?
it's
And so
tough.
that was why, like, I was very stretched then. So that's when we're like, now we're really thinking about um when is that the right step to
Yeah,
make? And then obviously we had that conversation with Pete on that phone call. I think you were listening, and then
Yep.
Pete just said get an accountant that's good and he'll
yeah,
point you in the right direction financially to make that decision. And
yeah,
so that's the step that we're at now. We just went straight to finding a good accountant as soon as he said that. So
Yeah, cool.
yeah.
Yeah. So getting the leads obviously through was one thing, and then
Mm.
having Pete there to help you, which is something that I really wanted Pete to do for a while, was jump into the with your program
Yeah.
and actually upskill that side of things because we can get you all the good qualified leads, but until you know if you never sold before, that's converting is another thing. We do a bit of that stuff, but obviously Pete's the guru on that side of things. So yeah, it's good that you
yeah.
work
Yeah,
with him and get
absolutely.
results.
It's
Cool.
completely different insights. Great.
Yeah, sweet. And considering you didn't actually come to a live workshop, give me a bit of rundown about the process that worked for you to get results without having to actually sit down with this live.
I think for us, the biggest thing it provided us flexibility. It would have been great to go and see one of the live workshops, which would, highly recommend coming to Adelaide for one day.
It's one of our points. We'd love for you to guys to be more
um,
everywhere because we'd
Yeah,
love to be able to come to one.
yeah, but
But
I guess for us at that point in time when we signed up with you, Mia was only what? How old was she? Like not even 12 months old yet. So,
mm,
being a new family, not having people to watch her for us, it allowed us to kind of just sit in the lounge room while she played and we went through things, we went through notes, and then we could come through to the live chats and like have conversations about things. And we could pause it a lot too.
yep,
Sometimes some of the videos went like for us, we were like, whoa, like if you're live there, that's gone through so quickly. Whereas we could kind of pause it, we could go back, we could just make sure that we hadn't missed anything. I
yeah,
think,
really step by step, like
yeah,
slow it down and pause and play, and then like Brandon will be running at 5 million miles an hour, 17 Red Bulls deep at a workshop, and
yeah,
then
yeah,
bloody Soph will come up and she talks at like one
different
quarter
pace.
of the
Yeah.
speed,
yeah,
and so you're like, oh, we're slow now, cool, but yeah,
Yeah, and
but
we went back and
yeah,
had a look at those videos quite often. Like if I
yeah,
wanted to double check something or set up a new ad, like I went back and looked quite often to see that um just check it. And you gave us like time points and things in our first meeting. So
yeah,
that was like super useful. You were like start here and start here. So we were like, cool, let's do it. So yeah, that was super good for us.
yeah, cool. And you've been working pretty close with Sophie on the advisory calls as well, haven't you?
That was main between her and Chris. I think we worked mostly with Sophie because we've only
Yep.
really got Google ads running. We don't have any Meta ads running.
mm.
So yeah, we did a lot with her.
Yeah, cool. What effect did be with your program have on you personally and professionally?
I think just it gives you a bit of confidence knowing that you can build this skill set too. It's just another part to business. Obviously, like marketing it's how you get all the work in. So, um, yeah, I'd say just yeah, like it instills just a bit of confidence in you knowing that even after you leave, like we've obviously finished up, um, and like we'd love to check in the future, but obviously,
Yeah,
um, yeah, it just allows us. It's nice to know that like even as a marketing company, you think of these people as like salesmen. They're here to like steal your money and run. And we've heard some horror stories, and we've got a mate that's literally just going through one.
mm,
And yeah, it's nice to know that like there's people out there that actually just want to like do the right thing by people, still just give them a skill set so then they can help themselves. Like obviously we're a young family, and like it means a lot to know that there's people
Yeah.
out there like that.
I think
yeah,
it kind of like saves you money from paying someone all these big dollars to run ads and marketing
mm,
campaigns where again, they don't know your business. You
yeah,
know your business, so you know exactly what you should be targeting. Um, and it's just like, again, the mate that Sam has, we've been looking at the website and things that they made, and it's like, well,
Yeah,
What's
like,
that? That
yeah.
doesn't look like him. He's got all these vans that aren't even, he doesn't have a van.
They used AI as a website.
So,
It was a
Yeah.
nightmare.
you know, you guys had like the no bullshit mentality, you know, you were honest, like weren't afraid to be honest, like, hey, that looks like shit, just needs to be changed. It's like, cool, love that. That's what we need. We don't want to be told the soft approach of, oh yeah, it looks all right. It's like, no, people want results. People want to know what they need to improve and change. And I feel like we got that working with you guys. And, you know, it's generating us heaps of leads, which is amazing.
Yeah, cool. And obviously you can use the money that you saved on not paying a big dumpy agency to other grow other areas of the business, upskill on the sales side of things as well, which is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
No, it's great.
Yeah. What did you value or appreciate the most out of the program?
I think just learning what we did, like, you know, learning about the landing
Yeah.
page, learning how to put ads up. Like, I think they've been the biggest game changers for our business to be able to be where it is right now.
I think the education point of view of just like
Yeah,
getting around, each user interface on different platforms and understanding of, like Brandon just saying, oh, Google will change the interface. Like, so then
yeah,
like every now and then it will just like do a 180 for no reason and things
Yeah.
will move around. You're like, what the hell? That was there before. Like
yeah.
him just explaining that things will change and
But also,
I don't know.
also you guys not with not only just the no bullshit mentality, you guys are running the data and the statistics to give to people. So, you know, all the updates around Meta and things are changing. We're not using it, but you know, knowing that you guys are testing those things so then your clients know what to do, like that's a massive, I guess, you know, you're investing in the right people because
Well,
they
yeah,
actually
sure.
care about what
Yeah,
they're
it's nice to
doing.
see that the company invests in education
Mm,
themselves. Like knowing that like I knew that Brendan was giving you sales coaching. I was like, that is such a standout key
mm,
feature of an employer. Like to see that he's actually giving like his sales guy sales training, like that's phenomenal. You know what I mean? So it's wild to see that. And then you know that he cares about these people and he invests in his own education as well
yeah.
as, he wants people to just be more informed, which is,
It saves
it's
us the hard
nice.
work too.
Yeah, it's really good. I think the best thing that you guys have done is just develop an education platform instead of just like another marketing company. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Which is the most useful part of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Appreciate that. And if anyone was unsure about booking a call or they were on the fence about joining, what would you say to them?
I would just say,
What have you got to lose?
Yeah, literally. Like, what have you got to lose from just jumping on a call and learning about the company?
From our learning so far, the biggest risks have given us the most reward in our business to grow.
Mhm.
So, you know, get the information, make an informed decision, and you know, you've got nothing to lose at the end of the day. So